Welcome to the first pay-per-view review of TBR Wrestling Entertainment. This is my Elimination Chamber 2014 results and review. Um, Actually, a really good pay-per-view. I think it lived up to its hype. Um, Started the pre-show with the Brotherhood versus Ryback and Curtis Axel, and then we had a surprise. The grandfather of Curtis Axel, the legendary Larry the Axe Hennig, was in their corner. Brotherhood wins. Cody Rhodes getting the victory over Curtis Axel. I feel here you should have had Ryback and Curtis Axel win. I do feel that match is a C plus. Then we had the actual pay-per-view. Biggie Langston defending his Intercontinental title with Jack Swagger. Match was a lot better than I anticipated it was going to be. A part of the match, you kind of thought Jack Swagger was going to win. Then Biggie Langston gets to win with a big ending, a C plus. Then we see the New Age Outlaws defending the tag team titles against the Usos. Um, a great match. New Age Outlaws would retain. There's rumored to be a rematch tomorrow night on Raw. I feel the Usos should have won, or maybe get them a rematch Mania. But it was a good match at Beat Minus. Then we see Darren Young against Titus O'Neil in a completely boring match. The fans didn't care about it. No one really did. I give it a D just because there was good hype going into it. Then we would have, in my view, the match of the night, the Shields versus the Wyatt family, which the Wyatt family would win. During the match, we saw amazing spots. We saw things from Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose was really impressive. You saw him do things that we haven't seen him since. Reminds me a lot how he was in the Indies. The aggressive streak he had. Um, you would see Seth Rollins getting double chokeslam to the Spanish announce table. Roman Reigns would hit two Superman punches. He would hit one on Rowan. He would hit one on Bray Wyatt. Hit the spear on Harper, but Bray Wyatt hit the sister Abigail, and the Wyatt family wins. Um, it was one of the best six-man tag matches I've ever seen in my life. I really do think it would have been better if they did it at WrestleMania. But. Then we saw AJ Lee versus Cameron. This match is 4 minutes at the most. Cameron wins by DQ. Tamina would end up super kicking AJ during the match and then attacking Cameron. I give this match an F because there was no hype towards it. There wasn't even a reason to put this on there. The only thing that came up was Cameron's Naomi's partner. So what? It means nothing. I don't think anybody really thought Cameron would beat AJ because Cameron is not even the standout member in the fucking Dactyls. Naomi is. But either way, it was what it was. You knew AJ was gonna win. I think they're gonna have AJ and Tamina at Mania. They don't have a like Lita or Mickey James return and face AJ. Then we hit to Batista versus Alberto Del Rio. Um, this match was weird because for the first time in Del Rio's career, he's over. Um, they were majorly booing Batista and majorly cheering Del Rio. Del Rio was getting cheers, which this took this long for him to get over, which is to me a good thing, even though we know the rumors of him leaving. Batista was very sloppy in the whole match. Everything he was doing was sloppy. Batista wins. I give it a C because of the fans. The fans made the match more watchable. They would hit the Elimination Chamber. The entrance, Cesaro and Sheamus started the match. Entrance from Daniel Bryan, Christian, John Cena, and Randy Orton. Elimination order went Christian eliminated Sheamus. Daniel Bryan eliminated Christian. John Cena eliminated Cesaro. Randy Orton eliminated John Cena. And Randy Orton eliminated Daniel Bryan. Now, the ways they got eliminated, see, this chamber actually impressed me because they went new ways. You had Christian eliminate Sheamus with the frog splash on the top of the pot. See, I'm glad they had that big spot in there. They knew it was Daniel Bryan for Christian. He knew it was going to be one of them. Daniel Bryan eliminates Christian with a running knee. John Cena eliminates Cesaro with the STF. The Wyatt family comes out and end up attacking John Cena and Daniel Bryan. Randy Orton pins Cena after Bray Wyatt hits Sister Abigail Cena. Daniel Bryan will end up attacking Kane because Kane went in there to help Cena out the pod. Kane basically trying to screw Daniel Bryan over. Orton hits two RKO's. and Randy Orton is your winner. So yeah, I think the Elimination Chamber was the better. This is probably the best one the past 3 years. I think the last good one was '09. Um, but I ranked the guy's performance in the chamber. I think Cesaro had the best showing in the match. I think he proved himself out there with an A minus. Sheamus got a B. Daniel Bryan got a B plus. Christian with a B minus. John Cena with a B, and Randy Orton with a B minus. Um, this has set up many things. We're going to see Randy Orton and Batista at WrestleMania, as we all knew. Probably see Cena and Bray Wyatt. I think we're going to see Daniel Bryan Kane, and possibly you can see Christian and Sheamus at Mania. They could do that easily. But that is your Elimination Chamber review. Come back this time tomorrow. Monday Night Raw's review.